Okay, so here we go. You are joined with Isaiah and Abram. Abram, say hi.
How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. All right, so we're gonna do a little podcast talking about the whole SAS final project with the syllabus. I'm in math. I'm gonna do math 107 next year. What about you?
I'm doing math 112.
112, 112. All right, so let's just go do the breakdown of the grades. So what does it say for yours?
So, for my grades, it starts off with we have Alex work and
Y'all still have Alex?
Yeah, we still have Alex.
Oh my God.
So that doesn't go away. Yeah. So for our homework, it's 150 course points, and generally you can't have late assignments or late homeworks.
Well, do they break it down at all, or is it just all 1 points? How many points?
So yeah, they break it down two terms. They have 75 points for course points.
Yeah.
So that's just your Alex assignments and all.
Yeah.
And then they also have a written homework assignment.
Yeah.
And it says here that there will be 14 written work assignments posted by my D2L instructor. So they consist some questions from textbooks or materials covered in class.
Damn, bro, you got right for that class?
Yeah, I mean that's a lot, but I'm not complaining. And sometimes the written work, they're up to 100 points.
100. All right, not bad, not bad.
Yeah.
What about are there any for testing quizzes?
Midterm exams, yeah.
Oh, they got well, of course, midterms. That's easy.
Yeah, that's.
No, it's weird because for this one, this is actually the math 107 is more broken down. Actually, it's kind of so we have math lab assignments. That's 180 cores. Group work 40 points. Quizzes 80 points. But I don't see anything about Alex for some reason.
Oh really? Y'all don't have Alex?
No, I don't think we do.
Oh damn.
We have my math lab assignments, which I don't know what that is. It's a course textbook, several graded components.
Something I think we all need to have.
Yeah, honestly. And what components count for your largest portion? It seems. What is it for you?
For the largest components?
Yeah, go grades.
So
if we go down to your grades portion, yeah, like that.
Yeah, so right here, the final exam will make up the majority for 25%, right?
Shoot.
So that's your final hit and miss.
Yeah.
Your midterms, there's 16.7%. So it's you got 3 of them. You got to make sure you don't fail it, all that kind of crap. And then you got homework on top of that. You got the Alex and the written homework, which is 12.5%. So breaking it down, if you do the homework, that's just 25% of your grade. That's just 25. And then you got the midterm, you got to make it a 50. And for everything else in midterm, if you put 16.7 times 3, that's 50% of your grade.
Shit, 50?
Yeah,
Damn.
50. 50.1 just to add 50 is just being a little bit plush.
Yeah.
50.1 is where's the hard ball. So everything basically counts. I mean, you can skip your homework. You can skip your homework and stuff and do your midterms. You'll still end up with a C, but I mean, I wouldn't be that kind of dumbass. I would just screw it. I'll just do everything else. I want to get the highest A. And maybe I can skip at least one midterm. Just at least one. Maybe one if I'm being generous.
Okay, how can there be 3 midterms though?
I mean,
is it back to back or? Well, if it's a midterm, that means it's in between something.
Yeah, so it's
it can't be one.
Maybe midterm of a quarter. Because there's 2.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but at the same time, because the way you need to think about it, it's how do you want to prioritize? Do you want to actually prioritize? If you want to skip something, if you want to do just midterms,
I feel like you can. Yeah, I feel like you can skip
You have to skip only one.
You can skip a few, but you can't be
Oh no, not a few, just one.
It's not like math 100.
Yeah, math 100.
You can skip the Alex all the time.
Yeah, and unless they lock it for you, which is a bad news.
Dude, I hate when what was it? They put me on radicals. They locked me in radicals.
They locked you.
There was 2 things I didn't want to do, so I'm all right. I'm not doing them.
Yeah, I
still got A though. So
I feel that one time I was sitting down in my chair and I hopped into Alex. I'm okay, so I got this problem shouldn't be too hard, right? it didn't put me in that problem because I was on it yesterday.
Yeah.
They just went and they put me like in quadratic equations or something like that, and I was like, what the hell is going on?
It's because like the pie charts are like the pie slice, so they want you to prioritize that.
Yeah.
However, sometimes it gets to the point where you'll be stuck on this one thing. You can ask for help, but in reality, y'all got like different classes, so sometimes you just gotta prioritize. Like if you really can take the hit, my recommendation is just bashing as many Alex as you can do in the beginning of the semester. So like towards the end, you can kind of chill with it.
Yeah.
Math 107 isn't like that. It's kind of weird, honestly, but it's everything. So the exams are 30%, but there's 3 of them. So that makes sense.
But here's the funny thing.
What?
Because before we add all those percentages, now look, it says here, you are at least guaranteed an A if you have 540 points. So let's say I pass the homeworks, right?
Yeah.
You get 150 right out the slack. And then maybe I get like 80% on that, or 90, 100, whatever.
Yeah.
So if I can do all of these, just 150, 250, 350, 450, 450, and I don't do well on the exam, but if I at least reach 540 points, boom, you see
exactly. That's what I'm saying though. Like it's all about like seeing where you can go. And I feel like tutoring for math is like something that people really don't like. Did you really use the tutoring part?
Oh no, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I thought about think tank before, but at the same time,
I went one time and it was like this word problem. It was like which one of these can't be right, and it had like 5 like word choices. And so I went one time, and just for some reason like I couldn't. It was like one person. There was like 5 of us, so it was like they couldn't really prioritize me for like the math 100 support. So I kind of didn't like that. I did want to go to think tank once. However, most of this is like, if you really want to, it's kind of like bullshitting, but you can like just go on like Math Papa or Symbol Lab and they can solve it for you.
Yeah, and here's the thing though, a lot of people like don't understand, but if you use like Math Papa or something like that, like Symbol Lab, there's even like a step-by-step instruction to teach you how to do it first.
Yeah, exactly.
So like maybe one of the things I did was there was this equation, I think it was quadratic.
Oh, of course.
And quadratics, they killed me. But like you put it in Symbol Lab, right? They just tell you the thing.
Yeah.
But there's an example behind it. So what I did is I copied the example, slapped that onto Desmos, and you put like capital letters or so. You put the capital letters,
you basically like you have like it's like you basically just have the equation to solve it, so you just so you just like plug it in, and
that's what it does.
That's all you really gotta do.
Yeah, it's plug and chug and call it a day.
What about technology? Because for Math 100, they really didn't like have us like need a calculator, like a T130 whatever.
They want us to bring
SAS had us like do the calculator tips, and I'm like, I don't even have a calculator.
Yeah, I never used a calculator.
I thought it was kind of BS because of the whole like, you need here's a calculator to solve it, and I never had one, so I had to ask my friends about what to do. So for Math 107, for graphing calculator, they just want like a graphing calculator, like a simple one, like a 36X, that's around $20. But I already know people are gonna show up with like 89s and 92s.
Oh yeah, here's the thing: we can't have 89s or 92s.
No, we can't have either. That's weird. Okay. Calculations that perform
symbolic manipulations.
What is that? What's symbolic?
I have no clue, but it's like maybe you can draw or some shit on it.
I'm curious.
But
it's like symbols, I know that.
Yeah, but we could use like 83s, 84s, or 86.
Right, so it's serving as symbol. It's probably like algebra like equations, like solve for X type shit. That's kind of BS though.
I mean,
if technology is if technology is like in that level, why can't we use it?
Yeah, it makes no sense at that point.
Because most of this stuff is like, we don't need to even like, Alex is all about like doing it by hand, but most of the time you can just solve it like you can just put it into something, and then like people are like, oh, you might not have a calculator with you. If I have my phone on me, I'll have it. If my job requires me to have a calculator, I'm pretty sure they're gonna give me a calculator.
Yeah.
Like if I work at like there, I was about to go into Air Force, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was about to be like a load master, which means I just have like I try to load everything onto a plane so it doesn't like crash. And it's like if they're gonna give me equations, they're not gonna be like, all right, no calculator. You gotta solve them with your mind. I'm gonna be like,
yeah,
nah,
fuck that.
fam, but yeah, but
Yeah.
I honestly don't know about it.
One of the things is that with these kind of calculators is that I don't understand what the restrictions are for. And I know they're like, okay, you got to do this and that, but it's like it's one of those things like in life, you're not really going to be told the same thing. You're going to be told, okay, just use this.
Exactly.
You're going to figure out the equation by it in itself because like when you're given a time test, there's two ways you can approach it. Best way or the quickest way. And you want to go with the quickest way because if it's a time test, you better...
Honestly.
Yeah, because like, I mean, you can improve your time on doing the best way, but sometimes you can make an error on your best way, and sometimes that resets you all the way back, and it sucks.
True. Honestly, it's just figuring out like different like avenues of approach. That's the one thing that kind of kills me with it. All right, so another thing is like, okay, so it says, how is your next math class different from Math 100, and how is it similar? Well, mine is different. I don't gotta use fucking Alex anymore. Jesus.
I still have to use it.
What else are they gonna use it for? Like, what would you learn from Math 112 that would Alex use? Like, fucking, what's the...
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be very progressive about this one.
Like, okay, well, what do you learn in Math 112? Isn't that like, what is that, pre-cal or some shit?
I think so, yeah.
So what, like logs and stuff?
So you got like graphs of function, yeah.
Logs, I hated.
I agree.
I don't know why. You solved them all by like hand, didn't you?
By hand?
Well, did you? What did you?
I used Desmos.
Okay, well that's ref.
Desmos can do that shit.
No, the calculators, the smart ones can do it too.
Oh yeah.
So I got pissed off. They're like, you can use Desmos for it, and I'm like, but if I had a different calculator, I could have used it better.
There's a flaw with Desmos though. Here's the thing.
What's the flaw?
The flaw is when you're told to use the mobile app. Shit.
Dude, I hate the mobile app. I was in the middle of a knowledge check, and it was the beginning, and I messaged the lady, and I'm like, hey, can I switch from like I had the scientific one, the math one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, can I switch it from this one to the graphing one? And she's like, no. And I'm like, I'm right in front of you. I will show you my phone as I do it. Just let me change it. And she wouldn't let me.
That's the thing, because the TAs are like, oh no, it's like the best thing ever. No, it's not. It's like it's literal garbage. If you in a dumpster fire in hell, riding on a motorcycle, jumping off in like 100 miles per hour, landing into a fucking building. That's what the Desmos testing app is. It's it's horrible. Like, I've been using it. It's good for like keeping yourself out of the phone or so, or like you keep yourself out of the phone. Yeah. And it also counts your time, because when you start your time, I mean, there's like...
I can see why.
Yeah,
I can see why we have to use...
Yeah, but I would never see myself using the app again, because in my opinion, the only way a smartest person can get smart is to know how to use that variable smartly. He doesn't need to like figure out the natural logarithms and all, because no one really uses natural logs. They don't.
No, I don't even maybe. I would say if you're a mathematician, you would be.
Yeah, but what's the point?
But you're in Math 100.
Yeah, what's the point? It's like I'm not trying to be here like Joe Rogan smoking a butt and all, but it's like
look at this. Okay, so
yeah.
You know how you have logs, right? And
yeah.
You have to have, y'all can't see it, but we have the Desmos thing app, and it's on the laptop, and it's the scientific one. So when you put in the log, right, you know how you're supposed to go under it?
Yeah.
How do you go under it?
So you usually press shift?
I know it's shift and this, but I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's the thing.
No one taught me.
Yeah, and I wasn't taught this either until later on.
Yeah, and I learned how to do that, how to get up there, but I never learned how to get under. And no one would tell me, and I couldn't figure it out.
But you know what's the worst part? Is when you have the testing app Because then when that's when the story changes.
It doesn't allow you.
It doesn't. You can't change it or so. And then I one time asked like, how does this even work in the first place?
Exactly.
And then they're like, well, I can't really answer your question. I'm like, so what's the point? So and then sometimes here's the thing about Math 100. Like I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I feel like the course was like taught to me like a little.
It wasn't. I feel like I just took. It wasn't a Math 100 course. It was an Alex course.
Yeah, that's just it. Like an introduction to Alex.
SAS, I thought when I was reading like what SAS was actually going to be, I thought it was like homework help.
Yeah.
Because like, okay, I understand.
I mean, it kind of was for me.
Well, given the circumstances of how everything is right now,
Uh-huh.
if we didn't have this, we would go to Math 100 class.
Right.
And then and then the next day we would go SAS, and then you would meet with a small group, and you would do your math work. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's like simple homework help.
Yeah.
But no, they're all like, yo, you gotta do 20 topics a day, shitlips. And I'm like, wait, why are you doing that? Dude, I like we finished it like really early.
Yeah.
And we went through all like the easy problems early. Like where did you start? Where did it place you?
It placed me like maybe like I'd say 50%. Like at least 50%.
You were at like you were at 400.
400 plus or something like that.
I was a high 300.
Yeah.
And so I'd done everything that I could. But then once I got to the hard problems, like, okay, so one of the questions that they want us to answer, like the presentation, is like, how many hours did you spend on Alex compared to how many you anticipate studying in your next class? I would spend like the whole day working on Alex and only get to like 10 topics.
And especially when it's locked. When it's locked, that's the worst.
It is the worst because, oh, dude, I would be like, I would be stuck on like this, like 2 topics, right?
Right.
I couldn't get both of them.
Right.
It was already past, like I couldn't like get help from anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened was I would keep getting the one wrong, get frustrated with it, and you'd be like, all right, let's switch to something else. And then it would switch me to something that I was still frustrated on.
Yeah.
And it just kept going back and forth. So I just don't like how it locked me into there. So where I'm frustrated, and I really can't ask anyone except for like people
like in SAS.
In the chat.
Yeah, and that's just, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, with like SAS, it did kind of help me with like stress management and all. I'm not gonna say like math application wise, because I mean math, yeah, once it kind of helped, like it kind of clocked in with some stuff.
Well, I get like it's supposed to.
Oh yeah, but like in general, like here's a story of mine.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, my bad.
No.
But something I remember where it took me when I was running down to mock hill. And this isn't related to math, but like it told me how to manage my own stress, right?
Yeah.
So running up a hill is a little bit of a challenge because you're not running horizontally where you're like used to like all this stuff. You're increasing your height and increasing the elevation, so you're using your legs. You good?
Brother, do you want?
You choked out.
Okay,
So one of the things was like. That helped me motivate myself was the bucket. The bucket just told me is like, what do you have something that's like kind of like supporting me? And I was like, it's so weird that what kind of supported me was my breakup, and it was like, okay, so why would a breakup help me, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, if I was the same miserable guy back in June. My ex dumped me because she lost feelings and had ghosts, and then she ghosted me out. You know what? I was like, I'm not gonna stand for this shit. I kind of grew out of it, and then I became my own person. And it's like I navigated that stress into my tension, and I ran that hill as fast as I could. Even if it was like in the rough parts and like I kind of had to walk, I just moved. I was like, I was unstoppable. It kind of helped me manage my own stress from that, because I felt like I was at the point of giving up, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna show something to myself that I'm not that same guy. Yeah, she can call me a wallet or so, but I mean, if a wallet can go up that hill, so could you.
Yeah, that's basically that's really good. That's like, and you can use that example in like any like class right now, because college is kind of like, I'm kind of at that point where the only class I'm choosing about is like a computer science class. But other than that, like Math 100 and SAS, they're kind of like thorns. Like they're cactus. Like they'll poke you, but then you can just easy to recover from. Like,
we live in Arizona, so let's just
that's something that everyone can relate to.
So I mean,
for a while. But okay, so what are 3 strategies you learned about in SAS? The only things that I really learned about was just.
I could name
some. It was
some
visual stuff. I that's not. But it's just me. I don't like visual stuff. Like what we worked on today with the square. I thought that was kind of stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you, but it's like, I'm not gonna lie. The visual thing kind of helped take in some stuff.
Really?
Yeah, because like there was this portion where it was like, how do we figure out what this is, right?
Yeah.
We know the equation is a perfect square. We're just subtracting by 1. We're just taking away something.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh shit, that makes sense now.
There's a little aha moment.
Yeah, and then another thing is the alternative learning was another. You see, where I came back from, my teachers will put equations down my throat, and then it's like I couldn't figure out anything.
Yeah.
Like I had and the plate was so full, and I just couldn't like get anything. Like what was this? What was that? And that even became worse because the teachers, instead of like continuing to help the situation, they just went into the next topic.
I feel like that's any teacher because.
Oh yeah, I know, but
you have to ask for like help. You can't just be like, "Hey, I'm struggling." Like you're dying by yourself.
Well, but you got to think. But you got to think about it. This was many years ago.
Like how?
Like maybe. I don't know when I took 5th grade, but like I'm yeah, like 5th grade, 6th grade.
That was 2011, 2012.
Something, yeah, somewhere around that.
That's that because I moved. Yeah, that's like when I was like 10 or 11.
Yeah, because I'm 19 years old and all, and I'm a freshman.
19 too. Call me COVID. 'Cause I'm 19.
You're so stupid. But one of the things is that. And back then, the learning lessons were always like if the student doesn't get it, skip it.
It's kind of stupid.
And it never worked so far. And the thing that discouraged me the most was the honor roll and principals list.
Oh my god.
That shit was so stupid. I hated it.
I wanted to be on like. I remember I was like, I think it was middle school or some shit. And I just couldn't get on the damn honor roll list.
I couldn't either.
I only got on once, and that was and I was like, okay, that's stupid. There's only one thing that I'm proud of, and it was like eighth grade or it's one of the grades, and you held your GPA above a 3.5 the entire year. I didn't even know I did that. Because when you're younger, you don't give a fuck about your grades.
Yeah, because for me, I kind of had to.
Well, yeah, like okay.
Because I had Arab parents and they gave a shit about grades, so it's like
okay, mine did.
Like la chancla to the face.
No, I mean my parents did, but it wasn't to the point where they're okay with the C's were passing. I didn't.
Yeah.
The D's were not passing. C's were passing.
Yeah.
And of course they wanted me to keep shooting up and up. And I struggled in topics, but the thing that I kind of learned is that we're so scared of failure because, like, I low-key had a breakdown because I was behind in my computer science class because if I failed this, then I don't get like the scholarship, so I'm fucked. So I don't because they don't reward failure. You're told you can't fail it because if you do, bad things are gonna happen. You have to understand it, or you have to act like you understand it.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the essential for most of this. This is most of like Math 100 is basically just you acting like you know everything. Because look, do you really know 754 topics?
I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even know like 800. I don't even know 700.
I don't even
600.
Okay. I know a good amount of these. Like I know how to solve them, or I have like a faint memory, but I can't regurgitate them to you now because like, come on,
it's too much.
I got shit to do.
Yeah,
most I'm taking like Math 107 next year, and most of this we're not even gonna use, especially logs and quadratic. Okay, maybe quadratic, but not logs or radicals. They go so in depth with radicals. Like here, look, this is the ones I was stuck on. It was like introduction to simplify, and it looks easy, but then it goes like, oh, you gotta like
do this, do that, and do that.
You gotta divide it. I think it was like you gotta divide it by like 2 or something.
They couldn't simplify that.
I don't know what that is, and I looked at different websites to help me, and no, nothing mattered. So I feel like it's just the different like aspect of just knowing what to do and how to progress. Especially with math, I feel like people say they're not a math person. I'm kind of not a math person, but I understand it enough to pass.
I mean, I'm a math person, but you have to take it as a grain of salt. If I want to learn math, I will learn. But the thing is that when you put like a lot of things into the area, one of the key results of like the equations is that you need to remember how to perform that equation. Now, you perform it, job well done, right?
Yeah.
But then you have 50 other topics that teach you how to use that equation and how to operate it differently.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, so I got this, I got that, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And then when you take the knowledge check, and this is the thing that bothered me, because when I took knowledge check too, this one bothered me. I don't even. It wouldn't make sense.
Continue. We'll talk about that later. Continue with your story.
So, when I took the knowledge check,
you know it's supposed to be like a 5 to 10 minute podcast, but fuck it, keep going.
Yeah.
Keep
going. When I took it, there was this particular area where it's like, oh, I knew how to do it. Apparently, I did not put the right. I knew how to do it for a different equation. Yeah. I forgot how to do it the proper way for what it needs.
Yeah.
And I read it carefully, checked it once, twice, third time.
Yeah.
And that's it. And it was like, you couldn't figure it out. It's done.
Well, I feel like like you were saying, they do put like a bunch of like topics out there, and they're all like closely related. So unless you understand, I feel like it's just human error in trying to understand what they're asking of you.
Yeah.
It can be like the graphs one, kind of. I hate graphs with a passion. That was the worst thing I had to work through. And I did it, but in the end, I sat down and learned it. However, it was just like, what was the one question? It was like make this graph into a, like, it was like, so the origin was 0, 0. It was like a U, and it was like position it down here, write a quadratic equation for it. And I was like, I don't know how to fucking do that. And and like in the middle of the test, I was freaking out. Like, it was towards the end, and I'm like, what do I do? And then I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna give up.
That happened to me too.
I'm gonna look for it later, because they can't control what I write down.
Yeah, and here's the thing: when you write down the equation.
Oh yeah, but fun fact, I didn't write down.
Oh, really?
I missed it. Like I looked back on it, and I was like, damn, I forgot what we did.
Yeah, but here's the thing: when you write it, it doesn't matter. But when you type it in Desmos, and like you put like A equals this, B equals that, C equals that, right?
Yeah.
You do that. Now it will work differently depending on how they want it to be, and it's like, what the hell am I doing? It doesn't look right, and you get frustrated. You're like, screw it, I'm gonna just.
Yeah, because like with that one equation, like it was like you put it down. Mm-hmm. You start at 0, 0, and then you want to reposition it to like -4, -2 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then like of course it's like x2, that's easy, but then you gotta figure out this, and then like I literally just did it step by step, and I got like close to it, but I never fully got it, and I'm like, okay, this kind of sucks.
It doesn't help.
Well, no, it doesn't help. It's kind of saying, oh, you gotta relearn this. I'm like, okay, I'll relearn it. But
there's only one thing that was helpful, and that was clicking, and that was not clicking on the I don't know list.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. If we're not supposed to click it, why even have it in there?
Sure.
And it says like I don't know. So what? You just want me to put like 12 in there? Like it's not even like I don't know what I'm supposed to write.
Mhm.
So I feel like, I don't know, this is kind of stupid.
Yeah.
But with the knowledge check, you grab your phone. Do you need a microphone quality?
Well, I mean, it's gonna still hear you.
Well, yeah, true. Okay, but no, the one thing that I didn't understand was the knowledge checks. And of course, like I read that to you, and I was like, yo, the knowledge check is kind of stupid because it doesn't say how well you do on it.
It's just telling you
how
if
many
you mastered.
Wait, it's mastered?
Yeah, because you master, like, if you pass it, you basically mastered whatever topics you get.
Really? Well, it says like you mastered this, but then I need to revisit that.
Yeah. So that's a setback. That's where a major.
Well, it is a setback. However, I think it's funny because it'll give me like homework points.
Yeah.
Because I'll just read you.
It gave you. Yeah, I mean that's a fair point.
But however, the homework doesn't really matter too much to the point where I'm just like struggling with it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's just a big. It's like the worst demotivation thing ever is like when it like goes to that point where it's like I don't know what to do, and it's like I don't know.
Well, that's where I'm at right now. Like I have. How many topics do I have left and stuff? So, I mean, you're finished, of course.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you finished.
I don't even know either.
Oh, okay. So I only got 31 topics to learn. I have 3 with the lines objective, which I kind of don't want to learn.
Mm-hmm.
I have 1 with the radical, technically 2 because there's 1 right there.
Right.
And then I got like 27 quadratic and shit and logs. Some of them I don't understand.
And some of them are even locked.
I'm lost and locked. But in the end, I'm just not gonna do them.
Yeah, that's
people who SAS people who take Math 100. I'm sorry you're taking Math 100 because honestly, if whoever's like like hearing this and is about to take Math 100, don't.
Yeah, but I mean,
take a refresher for your intro. What was it? The placement test?
Yeah.
Take it, even if it says you don't need to take it.
Here's something in my opinion. If you just took Math 100 and you're in SAS, always have a group. Trust me, I think like this year I've developed like a good amount of friends and like I've been supportive. They've been supportive.
Like in SAS?
Yeah, because we have that group chat.
Yeah, we have that group chat, but we're not all like.
I mean, yeah, but it's like.
It's something, but it's not to the point where I'm gonna be like.
I mean, I like it in my opinion.
I like it, but I'm not gonna be like, yo, let's all like get together type shit.
No, of course not. I mean,
the whole group chat is just we talk shit about when we first joined, it was talk shit about the class.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about each other, and it just came to homework help. And
yeah,
I was gonna make a meme of you. It was gonna be like. So like someone needs help and then you're just gonna pop your head up or some shit. Like
I just come.
It would be like
that AOL thing. You like oh yeah, I know the bonjour meme.
Yeah,
that polar bear that goes in. Like yo, I need help. Bonjour.
Bonjour. Dude, like that's literally you because every time I see that, it's literally. I tried to like make a profit off of doing people's work, and no one bid it, and I got so mad.
I mean,
what was it? That L girl?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to pronounce her name. Ellie.
I don't even.
It's ELLE.
I'll just call it L.
So eel. Eel. She I was about to get her, like, she was about to, like, pay me. We'll probably cut this out because I don't want, like, fraud and shit.
Yeah.
But I just didn't, like, I'll have, like, an edited version and then, like, an unedited version.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah. No, but, like, the thing is, like, she didn't want to do it. And it was in the beginning, so I could do all the problems simple. Mm-hmm. Like, I had, like, a notebook full of, like, work and shit, like, what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of mad at myself because I didn't organize it. It's literally just I have to look through it if I'm trying to find it.
Yeah.
But no, like I could have done like, she was about to give me like $1 for each topic, and that would be like $20.
Holy shit!
Or I think it was it was $20. No, it was $1 for each topic. I was about to do like 50 cents a topic, but she was like, let's do $1, and I'm like, okay. So not. But we never did do it though. However, I'm not like mad or anything. Like it kind of sucks, but like it's to the point where we're so far into year, you should know if you're passing or not.
Yeah, and the thing about that is like,
oh, I hate the grades. The grades make no sense. I don't know how to find it.
I don't know either.
Do you know your grade now?
No, I think it just says like the progress report was like
yeah. What'd you get for your progress report?
A.
Yeah, I got A too, but that's it.
That's it.
It didn't say any percentage. It just said A.
And that's
like, let's see if I even have it. Yeah, it's like A, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. It just only tells you got A. It doesn't tell you anything else. I mean, I guess if A equals 4, then I'm fine with that. But it's like I'm not gonna. It's one of those stupid things that just like it agitates you because you're always used to seeing like percentages. Some of us come from
like this shit.
Yeah. Some of us come from different backgrounds, and where it's like we don't even have A. You know, it's like we have A star, A plus, A minus.
See, look. See, so I have a. Okay, this is the thing that weirds me out. Okay, I have a 72. It says I have a 72 and I.
But you always tend to group meetings.
0, 0, 0, 100, 100, 100, 100.
Like where?
72, 100, 100, 100, 100, 80, 100, 100, 100, 67, 60, blah, blah, blah. Just. I don't even know how I got this stuff.
Do they?
Oh wait, no. These are the.
So are they going to count these in part of our grades?
I don't know. Honestly. Wait, are these? Oh, this is the lecture videos.
Yeah, I know, and that's what I'm saying.
There haven't been any lecture videos recently, have there?
I haven't seen.
No, I haven't seen them either.
So.
No, I already did them though, which is stupid.
Yeah, but.
I don't know how I got. I guess I skipped them. I don't know what week they are. Hold on, let me see. Okay, week 1, week 2, week 3. Week 4, week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8. Alright, well, that's weird.
And then topic goals.
Dude, fucking topic goals. See, look, just 0, 0. Dude, I'm not doing them.
And even if you did, it wouldn't be 26%. My ass, it would be 26.
If people who are gonna join Math 100, if you look at the syllabus, it says that topic goals are like 4 points every day. However, that's out of like 2,000 points.
So
that doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
You could if you really want to, and I'm not saying to. I'm saying to do as much as you can early because those are easy grades. I'm just saying go through. You could probably stop doing them and at the end. I mean, one person told me to just progress grade week 9A. That's kind of stupid.
Yeah. I mean, if it helps, if you have, I mean. I wouldn't say it would be helpful, but if you're looking into alcohol, that's what happens to Math 100. You're going, and I'm gonna be honest, and I'm not gonna be like bleak about this. It's
for legal reasons, it's a joke.
This
is all a joke.
Yeah, for legally obvious reasons, I can't say you should drink. However, if
this is college.
but this is college, and it's going. I mean. The thing about this is that it causes so much stress and tension where it's like when you don't even know how to do it, it's like you need to finish it.
I thought I was doing well with college.
And then it's like, oh shit, it hit me.
But then there's some different like aspects of it. Like I had like a breakdown like last week. And I didn't even
For real?
Yeah, well it wasn't like it was because of computer science, because like I was behind and I needed a tutor, and my fucking like we get assigned tutors, but he sucked. Like he would never message me, so like email me. So I had to like look for my own, and I just got overwhelmed with shit. Well, like, that's the thing. Like you think you're doing well, but then once you actually get into it, I feel like people realize how like it's all you.
Yeah.
That's it. Do you want to take a break and you check your messages?
Yeah.
Or just pause it.
Is there a way to pause it?
Yeah, just pause it.
Hold on.